What the fuck is up? Ugh. People are super pissed off at Dave Chappelle for his comments towards transgendered individuals, which I fully support trans people. However, we're going to get into it.
A comedian's declaration that gender is a fact and his characterization of the LGBTQ community as too sensitive prompted a walkout by staff and support from transgender rights advocates, some of whom accused Netflix of profiting from hate speech.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen. It has come to my attention very recently that absolutely everybody at Netflix is completely unhinged. They are completely batshit crazy. They want to fight tooth and nail off what they declare as bad jokes, mean jokes, rude jokes, offensive jokes. I'm talking particularly about Dave Chappelle's recent special, The Closer.
God. Yeah, we already covered this with the video response to Blair White. And so you already know Dave Chappelle's friend, transgendered friend, Daphne, killed herself from hate speech she received from the very same community that's now rioting outside of Netflix with picket signs saying stop the hate speech. And I'm over here like, it's a diddle circle of hypocrisy. I'm all for trans people having equal rights. It's just they don't want to be made fun of, which I get that, you know. But if the joke is in good taste, it's not like, oh, that was just horrible. For example, what's Caitlyn Jenner's favorite car? I heard it was a Trans Am. Gender fluid, does that go in the same gas tank as your Trans Am's gas tank? Yeah, your Trans Am's out of gender fluid, gonna have to take it to the them mechanic. Can't call him mechanic. Gotta call it the them mechanic. Look, you want equal rights, but we can't make fun of you. I mean, like, if it's a comedian doing it, and Daphne herself, before she killed herself, literally said, he's telling jokes, that's what he does. And because Daphne did not get offended by Dave Chappelle's transgender jokes like everybody else did, the gay community and the trans community basically bullied Daphne until she killed herself. It's some pretty effed up shit, dude. Fuck suicide. No, it fucking kills me. The very same group of people that's preaching against being intolerant, and we gotta stop the hate. We gotta have equality. Oh, but that Daphne chick doesn't think like all the other trans people do, so therefore she's excluded. You know, and that's just it. When everyone made fun of Donald Trump, all the memes and shit, the right lost it. They were just like, it's all fake news, man. But then we flash forward about 4 years later, and now we have the "Let's Go Brandon" meme, which is just stupid. But Isaac Butterfield made a video called Dave Chappelle versus Hannah Gadsby. Oh, God. So we're going to watch it.
Just remember, as we go on through this video, that jokes are jokes. They don't always mean the person is a big piece of shit, particularly when you go to a comedy show and watch a comedy show under the guise and the social contract of this person's fucking joking, with the full knowledge of what
Thank you. No, that's the truth. You go to a comedy show with the intention of, oh, hey, this person's trying to make me laugh. They're telling jokes. They're joking around. And literally can't even joke anymore. It's 2021. It's the truth. Can't make jokes anymore because I might offend people.
jokes are, people at Netflix have walked out and protested Dave's special. But
people at Netflix who worked at Netflix walked out because they protested Dave Chappelle's special. Didn't hear them Netflix employees do or say shit when the movie Cuties came out, but I'm just saying. No. That show was nasty. Nasty. I wouldn't have called the show This Is Messed Up. I wouldn't have called the show That's just a nasty name for, because there's nothing remotely, about that. That's just.
But you know what? You know what they didn't do? They didn't walk out and protest something far more egregious. I'm talking about something that actually could have caused harm, that millions of people were thoroughly not offended by, but they looked at and they just said, what the fuck is this? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the show Cutie.
What is this? Are you serious?
Why is the hype?
Oh, God. God, my eyes. Thank you, Butterfield, for censoring that. That's just nope. If I saw my daughter dancing like that, I would pimp slap a bitch. Like, no daughter of mine is going to dance like a slut.
The sexualization of children, little babies, seemed and deemed to be okay, fair, and fine.
You know what's funny? I just started watching this. YouTube gave a recommendation, and I'm just like, yeah, I like doing the video responses.
By the powers that be at places like Netflix.
Netflix marketed this film as an adult dance movie starring twerking 11-year-olds. When I go to scroll down my feed, and instead of seeing funny memes and people...
What? Netflix, you marketed that shit as an adult dancing movie, but it featured 11-year-old girls? Oh, that is so disgusting, dude. But Dave Chappelle makes jokes about trans people, who, by the way, his trans friend didn't care. Like, there's just a whole mess of fucking bullshit with this dude. That's why I say hashtag stand with Daphne. Because that's bullshit. She was murdered. She was basically murdered by her own community. Well, she killed herself, but let's be real. And how fucking miserable of a cunt do you have to be like, yeah, you're part of the same community, but I'm still going to bully you because you don't agree with everyone else. What in the... And you know what fucking kills me about the whole thing, really, sincerely? When Joe Biden first got elected president, everyone was just like, oh yeah, fuck Trump. It's a new age. And now everyone hates Biden. I'm over here like, I could have told you that was going to happen from the start. Like, I don't see any reason to hate President Biden unless he's really out there with, you know what I'm saying? Just like the lack of respect. It's like, okay, you think you could do a better job being president? Go ahead, run for office. See how far it gets you. That fucking kills me. The same fucking assholes that were whining if Trump got reelected, by golly, they were gonna riot. Now those same fucking assholes are hating Joe Biden. I'm over here like, fucking politics. Yeah, I heard Jeffrey Epstein was well hung. How well hung was he? He was so well hung, they found him hanging in his prison cell.
Wound up, I got to see an 11-year-old girl's arse twerking, which was that was lovely. Thank you very, very much for that.
This is not condemning the sexualization of kids. If anything, this movie borderlines on glorifying it.
Oh my god, every time I look, there's an ass on the screen.
Chew on head.
Of an 11-year-old.
The fact that Cuties is on Netflix,
This guy, Penguin.
is nothing shy of a crime, in my opinion. It is actual softcore child porn.
I will, yeah, for real. No, thank you. Okay, and you know what? It's like, and I'm not trying to be a fucking asshole about this, but transgendered people, you can chop your dick off, but you can't take a joke? I mean, fuck's sake. That just sounds painful. Nope. I actually feel sorry for trans people because it's got to be a real fucking mess up there, dude. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. And ever since we've accepted transgendered people, on which I'm all for, people want to cross that line. Now you got people who are identifying as transracial. If you look up a YouTuber by the name of Nuka Zeus, or as I like to call him, Nuka Puke, he's a white dude who identifies as a black dude who hates white people. You can't make this kind of crazy shit up. And it's like, if blackface is super inappropriate, how is being transracial allowed? Just asking for a friend. But if that wasn't enough, we got people now who identify as trees. Ladies and gentlemen, the world's going off the rails on a crazy train. How the fuck do you identify as a tree? You're just like, oh yeah, I got a big old branch hanging out of my asshole. Look at that. I'm going to stand here and bury my feet in the soil and wave in the wind. We got to draw the line at being transgender. Okay? Fuck the Forbidden Four for that matter.
And not only were Netflix not protesting about that, they were complacent in it. They didn't do shit. But Dave tells jokes. Oh my God, let's freak the fuck out. I'll be honest with you, the special wasn't even that offensive. If you think that's offensive, come and see me next year. I'll fucking make you shit your own pants. I know you think I'm being hyperbolic about, oh, these people were freaking out. No. They were fucking having meltdowns. But look at this.
So an African-American man tells jokes, everyone gets offended and protests Netflix for doing it, but make a show like Cuties, the kind of shit that Jeffrey Epstein would probably touch himself to, and no one says shit. Fuck Jeffrey Epstein. But that's the truth, YouTube. The kind of crap that Jared Fogler from Subway would touch his $5 footlong to. Just, nope. Blech. Oh, God, no. Dude, no. Nasty, dude. It'd be a different story if you were an 11, 12, 13-year-old kid watching that. Okay, when you're checking out people your own age, it's different. right? This is why I don't support Netflix, to be honest with you. So which was it, Netflix? Did you attack Dave Chappelle because he's black? Or because, you know, you know what the net for in Netflix stands for? I heard it was To Catch a Predator. Big old fishing net. Why don't you have a seat? So what are you doing with this Jergens and this copy of Cuties? What you up to tonight? Why don't you have a seat? Shout out to Chris Hansen and Anxiety Wars. That's what's up.
Have a look at this. Tonight, Netflix employees walking out.
Okay, you got Netflix employees walking out over Dave Chappelle's special. Hate isn't funny. Did he fucking say he hates trans people? Fuck! No, he didn't. He had a trans friend who thought his trans jokes were funny, which, to be honest with you, even though she chopped him off, I think Daphne has more balls than these fucking assholes who are whining about this crap. Case in point, I laugh at myself all the time. Okay, do you think if I go to a show and a comedian starts busting jokes about Asperger's, I'm going to be like, oh my God, you guys are fucking assholes making fun of my disability? You know, no. I'm going to feel included. I'm going to laugh at myself. Be like, that's some funny shit. Case in point, I farted and it smells like Asperger's. Told these trolls to kiss my Asperger's. I'll eat a bag of Asperger's. You want to be treated just like everybody. You want to be treated just like everybody else. Everybody else can get made fun of. Well, depending on your crowd, I guess, and how tasteful your jokes are. Because you know, humor is like music, man. It's subject to the person. Not everyone's going to be a fan of it. No, for fucking A. These s'mores, milk stout, Left Hand Brewing Co. beers. Not a sponsor. I saw them at the local liquor store. I was just like, hey, hold up. I can get some of this eggnog. Or I'm going to be like, nah, I'll try this. And I'm glad I did. These are delicious. Yes. I really don't give a shit if this video pisses off the trans community. That's not my point. My point is to make you think. Hold up. The same group that says we're tired of intolerance and hatred and online bullying and bullying in general. You'll bitch about when a trans person kills themselves because a cisgendered straight person did it, made them do it. But you won't say shit when it's your own community doing it to people like Daphne. God damn, hypocrisy's a bitch, ain't it? Smell that? Oh, God. Oh, it smells worse than your mom's undouched twat. What is that? Oh, God, it's hypocrisy.
Out of the company's Hollywood office after weeks of internal backlash.
If your satire is punching down, you are being a bully.
Fuck me.
If your satire is punching down, you're being a bully. Speaking as someone who gets bullied on a regular basis, I mean, to the point where it's ridiculous. I don't even want to get into that. We're all getting bullied for something, man. It's just part of being a human being, unfortunately. Too far? Yeah. Doesn't make it right. Fuck no, it doesn't. Should we grab another s'mores beer or should we grab a Snake River? I think I'm going to grab a Snake River. There's this company in Jackson Hole, Wyoming that makes this beer right here. It's called Snake River. And yes, I want to support Wyoming's local brews. Oof. Grab a nice cold Snake River. If you're a Wyomingite, you just got done eating some Taco John's, and now you want a beer, grab yourself a nice cold Snake River Pale Ale from the Snake River Brewing Company, Wyoming's oldest brewery. Crisp, cold, refreshing Snake River Pale Ale. This is King Cobra doing his Sam Elliott voice. Yeah. I'm not trying to excuse alcoholism, but people make me want to fucking drink. So let's drink. That's good. That is tasty.
Yeah, imagine being that weak. Jesus.
We didn't care what Dave Chappelle was doing until you come for our community.
Jesus Christ, he wasn't coming for your community. He was trying to make you feel included. Personally speaking, you know, if there was a comedian on stage cracking jokes about all these other disabilities, and they left autism alone, I'd be like, why didn't you include me? Now I feel unincluded. It fucking kills me. Now you got black people who are protesting other black people. What? Holy shit, YouTube.
Was that a testy pop, mate? Can I say that? What the fuck was that?
We need to say it's not okay.
What the fuck is that?
Conversation was not their intention. We understand that jokes are jokes, things are things.
Yes, but do you really understand that things are things? I want to know, do you really understand that things are things? Because if you did understand that things are things, that you would understand that you said a minute ago that things.
I'm sorry, I would like to retract the statement. That just, I was not expecting to see one of them just woof.
Things and you'd understand it. Jokes don't cause violence. They don't cause hate. They don't.
Well, they shouldn't cause violence or hatred. Jokes are meant to make people laugh. Like, if I went on stage, I would do white people jokes because that shit's hilarious. I would, too. I would crack some major jokes about being white. It'd be funnier than shit. Like, apparently Coca-Cola says we need to be less white. How the fuck does that work? We gotta stop eating crackers and cheese. We gotta stop beating our wives and watching NASCAR. Too far? Okay.
Hurt people physically. They might make.
Oh, Cobra, don't be an asshole. I'm just saying, not everyone who watches NASCAR drinks too much and beats their wife. That's the stereotype.
Make you upset, but that's all.
Just to have, like, the wife go after her mother-in-law's. I'm so sick of his shit. He cares more about that damn NASCAR and that damn beer than he does about me. And then after the NASCAR season's over, baby, I love you. We can make this work. Sitting there playing Freebird on a fucking jukebox, like, 'cause I'm as free as a bird. Okay. No offense to Leonard Skinner, rest in peace. Yeah.
On you for being a little bitch, as long as you are making the pain.
Well, I mean, they identify as females, so I guess it's fitting. I'm just kidding, YouTube. Come on. No, for the record, I would never call a woman a bitch unless it was rightfully deserved. And that's like level 1. Level 2 would be calling her a slut, slag. You know what I'm saying? Just bitch, whatever, fucking. The same can be said for my favorite cuss word, the C word, because of how. Why do I find the C word to be funny? Because of how it offends people. It's just like, did you say cute uterus nagging pair of tits? Take out the P, and the P comes out the same spot, so there you go, that works. No, but these days offending people is not that difficult.
Audience laugh, you are doing your job as a comedian. The only bad joke, in my opinion, and the opinion of any comedian that's worth their weight, is a joke that doesn't make people laugh. Here in Australia,
that's the truth. I mean, I guess the way people are looking at it, they're just like, okay, Dave Chappelle, just because you had a trans friend who killed yourself doesn't mean you get to make jokes about trans people. It's kind of insensitive. That'd be like white people going, it's okay, I got a couple of black friends, and then just start dropping N-word jokes like,
we had our own reaction.
Oh, wait, we'll put an A at the end so it sounds less offensive. Cunta.
Action from some very big comedians like Hannah Gadsby. She cracked the mega shits. If you don't know who Hannah Gadsby is, she's Australia's biggest comedian ever. She's the queen of TED Talks and the Duns of Punchlines, but she is very well known across the comedy community, and she has big specials on Netflix. Hannah Gadsby slams Netflix executive Ted Sarandos for dragging her name into the defense of Dave Chappelle. Australian comedian Hannah Gadsby has launched a scathing attack on a Netflix executive who cited her comedy specials in defense of streaming platform support for US comedian Dave Chappelle. I'll give credit where credit's due. Hannah Gadsby was funny back in the day. She was. Before she went full woke, she was quite funny. And I'll say this as well. People do enjoy going to her shows. If they're not everyone's cup of tea,
I like the whole idea of, oh, you're woke, so therefore you're automatically stupid. And I'm just like, being woke, in my opinion, just simply means you're informed on issues, political topics. But when people are too lazy to be informed and to educate themselves, they use words like woke-tard, libtard, etc. Does that sound familiar? Like, take for example, you just found out 2 + 2 = 4. Everyone else around you says it equals 3. But now you're woke to the idea of the truth, which is it equals 4. But some people say it equals fish. And now you're being called a woke-tard because you have the right answers. But, excuse me, just because you're woke doesn't mean you're right. There are some people out there who think they're woke, but they're just being fucking stupid. There is a difference.
that's fine. My shows aren't everyone's cup of tea, and that's fine as well. But Hannah, you suck. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just jealous. Maybe I'm just jealous that her special Nanette has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and actually outranks The Shawshank Redemption. Netflix chief content officer Ted Sarandos cited both Gadsby and Chappelle comedy specials as examples of diversity of the content that the streaming platform provides. And that's, Netflix are a business. They need to be able to provide people for the wokes and the not so wokes and the people who like nice little punchlines and people like the hardcore shit. We are working hard to ensure marginalized communities aren't defined by a single story. So we have sex education, Orange is the New Black,
Wait, what? So Netflix is working hard to ensure marginalized communities aren't defined by a single story. Okay? So they have sex education, Orange is the New Black, Control Z, Hannah Gadsby, and Dave Chappelle all on Netflix. This right here, okay? This is my point. I am so sick and tired of having sex shoved in our fucking faces. It's completely unnecessary, man. Sex education. Fuck off. Fuck off. It's a Saturday, and it's just your kid has access to Netflix, and they start learning about all this kind of crap that you don't want them to know until they're at a more appropriate age. Is there really okay, all the other shit fine, but is there really a need for Netflix to have shows like Cuties and Sex Education? Like, really? Which, good God, dude, those are both on your platforms? Gross. Hashtag boycott Netflix. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Control Z, Hannah Gadsby, and Dave
What the fuck is Control Z?
Chappelle all
Control Z, Alt Delete. The fuck
on
is this?
Netflix. Key to this is increasing diversity on the content team itself in the memo from Sarandos. But Gadsby, she was no happy. Hey, Ted Sarandos, just a quick note to let you know that I'd
So Hannah Gadsby says, hey, Ted Sarandos, just a quick note to let you know that she would prefer if you didn't drag her name into your mess. Now she has to deal with even more of the hate and anger that Dave Chappelle's fans like to unleash on her every time Dave gets $20 million to process his emotionally stunted partial worldview. You didn't pay her nearly enough to deal with the real world consequences of hate speech, dog whistling. You refuse to acknowledge. Ted, fuck you and your amoral algorithm cult. You do shits with more backbone. Okay, she says that she does more shit with more backbone than Netflix does. That's just a joke. I definitely don't cross the line because you just told me the world there isn't one. You just told me the world there isn't one. Ugh. It gets to the point where I just want to take a break from social media and platforming and all this other shit. And not because of my trolls, because of shit like this. It's the truth. This crap is way more annoying than my trolls, dude. So Hannah Gadsby is not happy with Netflix. And neither am I. Netflix can fuck off.
prefer you didn't drag my name into your mess, Gadsby wrote on Instagram. Now I have to deal with even more of the hate and anger that Dave Chappelle's fans like to unleash on me every time Dave gets $20 million to process his emotionally stunted partial worldview. You didn't pay me nearly enough to deal with the real world consequences of dog, etc. She just fucking cracked the shit.
Okay, Hannah. Once you get accustomed to that celebrity lifestyle, it's just like you didn't pay me enough money to deal with this crap. Okay, let me just be real with you. There's not enough money in the world to help you process hate speech. Well, I mean, like, I guess there is to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're sitting there laughing because you in your clock tower dream house, like, how many bells in my clock tower? See, there's the one on the floor that I can walk up and touch with the big wheel on the side, the hemp rope. How many above it? Let's see. 47 plus that 4. Wow. But honestly, I don't need my clock tower mansion to say fuck the haters. It's a nice thought, you know. Yeah. And my dream house is an 1870s Victorian Second Empire Gothic mansion with the cupola tower in the middle would be shaped into a giant clock tower with 4 faces and then like 4 bell tower shutters underneath it. I got all the details in here. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. But that's beside the point. Shout out to the Hawthorne Arts Center in Australia. You got a gorgeous clock tower.
Shits, all right, she cracked it, full cracked it. But this is crazy because Hannah is a comedian herself. She knows that jokes aren't real. They don't have to be all real.
And hatred is sadly a part of our world, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I get hated just for making wands for my Etsy and selling tactical soap. People are just miserable cunts, man. For fuck's sake. I went to Frosty's Bar and Grill for Halloween. In my costume, and I had a picture. Excuse me. And these fucking dickheads started harassing Frosties because they were bored. They're like, I want to watch this unfold. Of course, you saw how that unfolded. You know what I'm saying? I can't control what other people do. Only what I can do. Now, supposedly the guy who flipped out on me at Frosty sent me a text message, and he was just like, "Hey, man, just want to say I'm sorry. I had no idea what you were going through with the people you deal with. If it is legit, dude, I appreciate the apology, dude. No hard feelings. It's not his fault that I can't go to the fucking bar and make a live stream without some dickhead being like, oh, hey, which bar is Cobra at? I want to call and harass them just so he gets kicked out. It'll be fucking hilarious." I'm like, you're a miserable fucking cunt. How would you feel someone did it to you? That's why if I stream from the bar, I'm not going to say shit. Next time I go to the bar and I stream from the said bar, I'm not going to be like, oh, hey, I'm at such and such a bar. Fuck that. It's sad that I can't promote my local bars because some dickhead might fuck with it. But that's just for the sake of the bar, you know what I'm saying? And like, it wasn't really like, you know what I'm saying? It was just immature, stupid shit, like when Bart Simpson calls Moe's Tavern, kind of thing. And that's just sometimes that's how you gotta look at the trolls, man. I don't know. I'm blowing off steam or just. I've already contacted Frosties and apologized several times and said I can't control my trolls and that you guys have been good to me and I've been going to your bar for years, even before the current owner who owns it. No, but getting back to the video, I support gay rights. I support transgender rights, and this is the kind of crap that's just what? You want equal rights. You want to be treated just like everyone else. Well, if straight cisgender people are allowed to get made fun of, as long as the jokes are in clean, good fun, and everyone just acknowledges it's a joke, dude, calm down, then what should be wrong with everyone else getting the same treatment? Because comedy can make people laugh. I'm not saying you laugh at everything like a stupid idiot, but you know what I'm saying.
Real. Some jokes can be real. In the same vein that not all movies are real. Have you noticed that in some movies, the celebrity that I look like the most, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, has actually killed people. Now, has he not gone to jail because he's a Hollywood elite, or is he not gone to jail because movies aren't real? Now, Netflix originally stuck up for Dave, but then when all their staff walked out and freaked the fuck out, they had a collective aneurysm. Everyone walked out of the office. They cracked their shits. They didn't even get their more.
So, let me get this straight. Netflix airs a goddamn movie that borderlines child pornography. That doesn't piss you off. But Dave Chappelle makes a couple of jokes about trans people, and all of a sudden it's like, I am outraged. Jeff Foxworthy, here's your sign. Especially when you look at the history of Dave Chappelle and his friend Daphne, how Daphne killed herself because of the hate she received from the very same community she thought were her friends. Could you imagine a bunch of trans and gays bullying other trans and gays into suicide because you're not gay enough or you don't align with their trans views enough or what the fuck ever? It's so fucking stupid.
And they cracked it, walked out and protested, but my favourite part was, of course, this dude. Look at that evil sign. Disgusting. Hate speech. Misogyny, probably. We like Dave. Thank God it was broken. But the best part of all of that was the soy boy, the extreme soy boy, who broke the sign. Listen to what he does when he pulls old mate's sign down, breaks it, and then old mate just has a stick.
Here's a crowd of people being stupid. Oh, I don't like your sign. I'll show you. Jesus fucking Christ. People need to grow the fuck up. I'm over this shit, YouTube. I want to go down and get some of that cheese, yeah, here in a bit. But, yeah, this shit just blows my fucking mind, YouTube. Whatever happened to having a civilized discussion instead of just being like, I'm offended, so let's riot.
It's got a weapon!
It's got a weapon! No wonder nobody takes you seriously. Look at this dickhead wearing fucking AOC's tax the rich shirt or merch. Well, you said it in front of Netflix, which makes billions of dollars.
I'm just here to say that jokes are funny, people. Dave Chappelle is a funny guy. I love Dave.
I have a funny feeling you're not getting more people on your side. Even with this lady screaming repent, which is a great argument, I don't think people are agreeing with you. But the walk...
That is some crazy shit. You got some chick who's walking up to him like, you must repent for your sins. That's the kind of shit that just makes me go, make me bitch. Okay, seriously, if I'm at a protest and I'm speaking the truth and spitting facts, and some Christian cunt comes up to me and says, you need to repent for your sins, I'm going to be like, make me bitch. I'm going to be screaming, hail Lucifer.
Out and the whining and the whinging wasn't enough. The employees at Netflix, the trans employees, a resource group at Netflix, has released a list of demands they want.
Of course. Because it's not enough that we're not. It's not enough that we're not allowed to like talk about you because it might offend you. The Trans Employees Resources Group, that's actually a thing, at Netflix has released a list of demands for the company ahead of Wednesday's walkouts. They want the company to adopt measures in the areas of content investment, employee relations and safety, and harm reduction, all of which are necessary to avoid future instances of platforming, transphobia, and hate speech. Are you going to make the same argument if it's towards straight cisgendered people? No, you're not. No, the fuck you're not, because it's all about you, isn't it? And that's just it. You become the thing you hate, like Blair White said. And it's just like, ain't that the fucking truth? I used to fucking bitch about these fucking whiny snowflakes who get offended by everything. But the more I immerse myself in that stupid fucking culture, the more I find myself going, holy crap, I'm getting offended by more shit. Why? And look, I'm not here to say shit, except, yes, I don't care if you're trans or cisgender. You're entitled to a safe work environment, period. Probably should have started off with that segue first. I support gay and trans rights. However, why not include straight cisgendered people in with that? Why are we now being seen as the enemies just because your kind and your people get fucked with for several years? So let me get this straight. See what I did there? Okay. Well, let me get this straight. If you bully a trans person or a woman, it's politically incorrect. But if you bully a straight white dude, nobody says shit. Gotcha. Ridiculous, YouTube.
We want the company to adopt measures in the areas of content investment, employee relations, and safety. And
yeah, but you might be creating an unsafe work environment to the extent of when that's all you're about. Side note, could you imagine this? Transgendered man who transitions into woman, who now has titties and a vagina, sues fellow man for sexual harassment. I caught them staring at my boobs, and I felt so creeped out. You felt uncomfortable about it. Okay. I have friends who are cross-dressers. I know several people around town that I've seen who are in this category, and I do not judge. 1000% I do not judge. However, when you start making life difficult for everyone else because it's all about you being trans, you know what I'm saying? Then you really can't bitch about equality because now you're making it unequal for everyone else while demanding equal treatment. And why can't we just have equal treatment? Oh, fucking A.
And harm reduction, all of which are necessary to avoid future instances of platforming, transphobia, and hate speech. So here's what they want. They want to create a new fund to specifically develop trans and non-binary talent. They want to revise processes on commissioning and releasing potentially harmful content. They want to hire trans and non-binary content executives, especially Black, Indigenous people of color, in leading roles. Acknowledge the harm and Netflix's responsibility for the harm from transphobic content, and particularly harm to the Black trans
for fuck's sake
community. And add a disclaimer.
You know, and that's just it. If Dave Chappelle came out as a fucking transgender, y'all would fucking flip your shit. Y'all would flip your shit. You'd welcome him with open arms until he disagreed with what you had to say. As you know what I'm saying? Acknowledging the harm and Netflix's responsibility for this harm from transphobic content, and in particular harm to the Black trans community. Okay, we're going to make it all about gender and race, even though this group literally says it's not about our race, it's not about our gender, yet here you are making it exactly about these things.
Before transphobic titles that specifically flag transphobic. So Dave's special would have a big thing next to it that says, "This is transphobic, you shouldn't watch it." That sounds...
But that's just it. Comedy, like the word transphobic, is subjective. It's going to be different for different individuals. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. One transgendered individual like Daphne, for instance, she's gonna say she thinks Dave is funny and I think Dave Chappelle is funny as fuck, especially when he makes fun of us crackers. That shit makes me laugh. I'm like, dude, the white dude can laugh at Dave Chappelle when he fucking makes jokes about white people. Why can't you all just laugh at him when he makes jokes about other things? Y'all are some sensitive motherfuckers. And I'm not talking psychics either.
A great company move. But all of this means you basically, on Netflix, will not see another comedy special that pushes the boundaries. And that sucks.
What you're really seeing is a shift in the times. Instead of just making it somewhat equal for everyone, we're seeing a shift from where white, straight people had all the power to now everyone else has all the power. And it's just like, no, okay, we need to stop marginalizing each other based off of your gender or the LGBTQS plus. That's what I want to call it, LGBTQS plus, S standing for straight. You don't get to include yourself in that because straight people are the reason why gays have had so much oppression. Are we though, or is it society? Because that's really something to think about. Dude, Elton John's an amazing singer. I could give 4 fucks less if he's gay or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who cares? But you can't bitch about equality if we're not allowed to make jokes. Because you might be offended. Okay? So, like, do your research. Like, oh, hey, I got tickets to go see this comedian. Oh, really? What's their name? Dave Chappelle. Who's this Dave Chappelle? You look him up on YouTube. Ah, this guy's funny. Maybe it's just me because whenever I see Dave Chappelle do his stand-up routine about white folks, shit makes me laugh my ass off. Maybe I got thicker skin than these individuals. I don't know. No, it's different because you're white. And again, I'm tired of having my privilege shoved in my face. How do you think I fucking feel, dude? How the fuck do you think I feel? I feel horrible that gays, trans, minorities, blacks, and women get treated like crap because of people with my skin tone. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. If I had a time machine, I would fucking go back in time and I would eliminate all this crap. Like, hey, as long as they ain't creeping on kids, who gives a shit? And furthermore, who gives a fuck if they're gay? They bleed the same color of blood as you do. They have emotions. They experience pain and joy and sorrow just like you do. Should that not be enough to make you go, yeah? If you look at the quote that Daphne said, she said that she doesn't need you to believe that she's a woman. She just needs you to believe that she is human and she's having an experience. My point exactly. You know how much crap I get for being straight and wearing nail polish and shit and goth makeup? Oh yeah, why don't you grow the fuck up and wear some normal clothes? And I'm over here like, think I can go off and call everyone a goth phobe? Doesn't work like that, does it? Even though goths have been fucked with. Doesn't work like that. This is why I like watching YouTubers like It's Black Friday. She's like, be nice to each other and have a lovely day kind of thing, you know.
Question: what does Dave have to say about all this? Well,
Dave's not here, man. No, man, this is Dave. Dave's not here, man.
he finally responded, and he responded beautifully.
You said you want a safe working environment at Netflix. Well, it seems like I'm the only one that can't go to the office anymore.
I completely agree. This is how people argue when they have no argument. They just scream racism, sexism, transphobia, homophobia, all that shit.
Thank you, Butterfield. When people do not have an argument, you have feminazis and fucking woke retards. They don't have a legit argument. All they can do is scream the isms. Sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia, etc. Thank you. Fucking preach, dude. And it's like, I'm all for like eliminating bullying and racism and sexism and abuse from our society. But it's like, are you fucking so sensitive that someone makes a joke about Caitlyn Jenner driving a Trans Am and now you're offended? Oh, you think you're funny with that joke, Cobra? Caitlyn Jenner driving a Trans Am? Yeah. You think you're funny with that joke, Cobra? It's a play on words. Come on, that's good shit. Looks like your car's out of gender fluid. Might have to go to the gas station and get some more. How do you check the gender fluid in your car? I don't have a fucking idea. Oh, God. Do these car jokes doing it for you, YouTube? No? Okay. Cars don't have gender fluid, you smartass. I'm aware of the fact that cars do not have gender fluid. It's a joke about cars and how, like, nitpicky our society is. First time I heard the word gender fluid, I'm just like, so it's a liquid, like beer. Actually, no, it's a concept. What? Intriguing. How does that work? 10 hours later. Wait a second. So if there are like 10 million genders, how does that work? 10 more hours later. Dude, I've been sitting here for a whole day listening to your crazy ass. Okay.
That is what they say when they have nothing else to say. They use words that replace debate. And I'm sorry, it's just childish. Though Chappelle was...
Yeah, exactly. It's extremely immature. It's like, you don't have an argument, so call them names. That's just it. When Caitlyn Jenner came out as transgender and then that just became a thing, I was like, okay, it's a bit weird, but they are doing their thing, and I accept them for it. And then I try to move on. And then it just spiraled into this deep fucking rabbit hole where you got people who identify as goddamn trees and attack helicopters, and I'm over here like, y'all are on drugs, I swear to God.
willing to meet with members of the trans community, he jokingly listed off a slew of conditions, much like the conditions from the Netflix trans community, that they would have to meet for him to turn up to the conversation, to the trans.
The fact that you didn't say shit when they aired Cuties on Netflix, but the second Dave Chappelle cracks a couple of jokes that might be taken out of context by someone who misinterprets it, I'm just like, people suck. I need a beer.
Transgender community, I'm more than willing to give you an audience, but you will not summon me. I am not bending to anyone's demands, which is often their number one demand. And if you want to meet with me, I'd be more than...
Yeah, how is it equal if you're demanding people bend to your demands? I'm just asking for a friend because everyone else doesn't get the same privilege.
Willing to, but I have some conditions. First of all, you cannot come if you have not watched my special from the beginning to end. You must come to a place of my choosing and at a time of my choosing. And thirdly, which this is fucking amazing, you must admit that Hannah Gadsby is not funny. Fucking bravo, Dave.
Okay, what? Women aren't funny? Women can be funny too, man. Jeez.
This is the world we live in. You have to jump through all these hoops. It is ridiculous. The same thing happened to me when I applied for funding for my documentary series. You had to have like a certain amount of LGBTQ plus people on the film set. You had to have 50-50 male, female directors. The whole
That's my point exactly. Is it should not matter whether or not you're male, female, transgender, gay, straight, lesbian. Are you qualified for the job? This is what I said in my last little live stream that I made earlier. Is people are doing this crap for woke points, not because, oh hey, you know, I'm still gonna eat Doritos, nacho cheese Doritos. Are always gonna be my favorite chips. I don't care. Like I don't care if the commercial that they had was slightly racist and trying to push certain ideologies down our throat just for the sake of woke points, but I didn't say that. No, I didn't.
It is just hilarious. Just let people make good shit. And yeah, with all of this, all the characters.
Because Doritos are made from corn, like tortilla, because they're tortilla chips. I was being a smartass when I called that commercial racist because, you know, Mexicans are the ones that invented tortilla chips with their, yeah, okay.
On the crying, the whinging, the yelling, the moaning, the bitching, the shitting at Netflix. There was not one peep about a show that they fucking marketed the shit out of that was about an 11-year-old twerking. Fuck you to the moon, Netflix. Anyway, enjoy your hypocrisy. Be a good motherfucker. My name's Oz.
Yeah, no shit. Well said, Butterfield.
Bye-bye.
Fucking A, YouTube. It's been a wild journey, has it not? I don't know. It's just part of the Mexican cuisine, as far as I know. Like, I'm a white dude. What the fuck do I know about shit? Actually, I want to educate myself. Hold on a second. Which race invented the tortilla chip? Ocean Hero. Let's see what they have to say. Tortilla chips are a variant of tortilla, which is made out of flat tortilla by cutting into the triangular shapes and small pieces. Okay, so scratch that. Tortilla chips are basically a food hack. A bunch of Americans took some Mexican cuisine and they cut it into little chip squares and deep fried it, and yeah. According to Ocean Hero, it says the origin of the tortilla chip came from the United States. More than likely Mexican immigrants or Americans just being like, food hack, let's do this. Hell yeah, man. Ocean Hero is not racist. Go fuck yourself. Ocean Hero is an awesome search engine, and you download it and you add it to your extension. It goes towards cutting down on land waste in the ocean. Anyways, YouTube, I'll catch you later. Just gonna chug the rest of this here beer. Support trans rights, support gay rights, support equality. Well, for the most part, sickos don't deserve equality. That's just how it is. I shouldn't have to explain shit. I've been pretty self-explanatory the whole time. As long as you ain't creeping on kids, you ain't creeping on your family or animals or what have you, you know what I'm saying? Like, Con Columbus. It's funny. Support autistic lives. See, I don't want to be a part of that. That everyone has to feel like their life is just as important. If you're a decent person and your life does matter, it doesn't matter what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, black, white, autistic, non-autistic, whatever, you know what I'm saying. If you're a decent motherfucker, then yes, your life matters. But if you're a miserable scumfuck piece of shit, then, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, I'll catch you later.